This is what I've got so far. I've wired the regulator 3.3 volt for the N64, the power switch, put heat sinks on there, bent the expansion jumper pack, wired up the audio, and I've got the, I think it's Hellraiser's gun. It's in the reference section. It's an iPod amp with a volume up and down. I've got a little speaker on there. Power. It all works. Everything okay. It's in. I've got another case here somewhere. I did have. It's the same case that I used for my Orange 64. Same size case. And this is a screen I'll be using. It's very thin. I trimmed the PS1 screen down, rewired a few things, trimmed it right down to the 5 volt bit and the capacitor, and it all works. But as you can see, just here, I've cracked the screen. I was putting it in the case, and it fits fine. It fits perfect in there, in fact. So imagine. It actually squeezes in once you move this capacitor down a bit. Yeah, so it will work in, and it will fully work in, and then I cracked the screen there, putting it in the case. So I've ordered another one, and I actually should have that in a few days. This is a replacement screen, and I'll use the board. So that's going in there. The back, N64. Right. I'll try to find the front of the case. Front of the here it is. I've sprayed the front black. It's my tool bench sort of thing. That goes on there, like so. So you got all the stuff inside it. Now I've not wired up control yet because I blew controller, and I'm waiting on another controller as well. So I've had quite a few ups and downs with this. So the screen goes in like that, and it will fit in all the way once I've removed this capacitor, and that goes on like that. And then, as you can see, I have a DS analog there, or a regular GameCube one, AB buttons, and I've already got the tap buttons in there for the C buttons. It's actually the C buttons that broke the screen. As you can see, it's pushed it in, and this pin here went through the screen, and LED modded it and everything. And the only problem I'm going to have replacing the screen is I've hot glued this bit, and I don't know, I'm going to have to heat it up, hairdryer or something, and then pull it off. But it shouldn't be much of a problem. I've actually got a controller I'm planning on using in this box somewhere. It's my PS2 I was working on. Still in there. It's a case for the PS2 I was working on. Anyway, I've actually got a spare N64 board, spare screens, but they're not 5-inch screens. Another N64 board with a slot. I was going to RCP wire it, but didn't. So you didn't get very far. I kept bridging connections. Another screen, but that's a wide screen. Anyway, the project will be on way by like Friday. I should have it all wired up and working, controller, etc, etc. I've got a DS analog going into it that's already been made up. Just needs connecting. It's got the 1K resistors added to it, and it's got a. I think it's a third-party controller. It's quite a good. It's a SuperPad colour, I think. So there's the only thing that needs doing here is a soldering joints come loose, which is the 12. Oh, sorry, which is 12 volt, which goes there. and then it's just that's all that's come loose. Didn't use a PIF chip. Wired the audio to this little chip. Wired the ground, and that's from the screen I was originally going to use. Worked fine, but obviously this is it's a lot nicer to have a big screen and a little portable. And then that was on. I've done the squish thing when the screen was actually working, and yeah, it just squished together very nicely. Even got the pegs there to prove it all screwed together and everything. It takes some squishing. Yeah, I probably can't see it very well. That's going to be the final thing. It's going to take a lot of work, but I'm prepared for it. Right, that's the only update I've got at the minute. I'll keep you updated.